morning, backyard buddies. It's Beth. Welcome to Backyard Nature Adventures. It is Wednesday, April 15th. We are already halfway through the month of April. Can you believe it? The sun's coming up. It's a little chilly this morning. I've got my big, huge winter coat on today. I like to call it my Jolly Green Giant coat. But remember, we talked at the first day that we met, we talked about how there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothes. So there's no excuse not to get outside and play today. Bundle up, wear your winter coat, wear your snow pants if you have to, and get outside to play later on this afternoon. We have been working on our weather tree. How's that going? Are you getting it filled out? Look, we've got half of the leaves colored in already. It's starting to look awful pretty with all those different colors, isn't it? We started yesterday talking about birds. And I posted a checklist of some different birds that you can see in your backyard. Did you see any birds yesterday? Were you able to check off some of the boxes yesterday? I was able to see a cardinal and a robin and a little sparrow yesterday in my backyard. A little sparrow called a chipping sparrow, which wasn't actually on our list, but it was great fun to see him. I hope you are working on that list. Keep working on that. It may take you a while to see all these different birds in your backyard. Now, yesterday, we talked about what makes a bird a bird. If we're going to talk about birds, we better have an idea of what a bird is. I listed 5 things that all birds have in common. 5 things that all birds have that make them different from other animals. Can you remember what those 5 things are? Let's see if we can list them. Yell them out. Yell out what? I can't hear you. You gotta yell a little bit louder. I can't hear you. Oh, you're right. I heard somebody say that all birds are covered in feathers. You're right. What else? Yep. All birds lay eggs. You're right. Oh, I just heard somebody say they all have hollow bones, which allow them to be real light so they can get up into the air to fly. What else? Oh, you're right. Wings. All birds have wings, but remember, not all birds can fly. And I think that's 4. One more. What's the other one? Ah, you're right. All birds have a beak by their mouth or a flat bill like a duck would have. Yes, 5 things that make birds birds. Now, today we're going to continue talking about things about birds, what makes birds interesting and unique. There's so much to learn because birds come in all shapes and sizes and colors. They sing different songs. On your checklist, you can see how birds are made of all different colors. You know, they're also different sizes, which you can't quite see on your checklist. But let's talk about how birds differ with their sizes. Now, one way that we can compare birds and their sizes is by talking about something called their wingspan. A wingspan is a measurement that you can take on a bird. It is the measurement from the tip of their wing, down the wing, across the chest, out the other wing, all the way to the tip. And that's called a bird's wingspan. Maybe when we get done, your big person can measure your wingspan so you can see how you compare compare to different birds. Now, the smallest bird in the whole wide world is called a bee hummingbird. They're tiny, tiny little birds. And their wingspan, believe it or not, is actually 2.5 inches wide. I've got that on my ruler here. That's so small. There are butterflies that have bigger wingspans than that little tiny bird. Isn't that crazy? How about another bird? How about a cute little black-capped chickadee? You can see these in your yard. They're a little bit bigger. Their wingspan is actually 6 inches long. A little bit bigger. How about, let's see. How about I'm missing it here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. How about a robin? You all know what robins look like, right? They're a little bit bigger than a chickadee. Their wingspan is about 12 inches, about a foot long. And how about a crow? We're getting a little bit bigger. Crows can actually have a wingspan of about, I'm going to have to back up for this one. Their wingspan can be as big as 3. My papers are flying around. Their wingspan can be as big as, whoa, 3 feet wide. How crazy is that? How about this one? Whoops. I've got these birds living across the street in the field by my house. They're huge. They are turkey vultures. Those are the big birds you see flying really high up in the sky. They just hold out their wings and they catch the air currents and they just glide up in the sky. They are really big birds. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this myself. What do you say we ask Marty, our magnificent maple tree, to help us? Marty, are you going to help us with this? All right. A turkey vulture's wings can be 6 feet wide. That's huge. That is wider than I am tall. How crazy is that? And what about another bigger bird called a bald eagle? I don't know if you can see the picture. Bald eagles are can be a little bit bigger than those turkey vultures. Their wingspan can be 7 feet wide. And the largest bird is called a California condor. It looks a lot like those turkey vultures. And believe it or not, its wingspan can be, oh, wait for it, 9 feet wide. Whoa, are you kidding me? That's so crazy wide. Whoops. Thanks, Marty, for holding that. And now, if I can get this to work, I'm going to try and put this ruler straight up. 9 feet. I don't know if you can see the top of that. That's really tall. Believe it or not, there is a bird that can be 9 feet tall. It's called an ostrich. And look at that crazy picture of that ostrich chasing that man. But look at how tall it is compared to that man. They can be 9 feet tall. Wow! Isn't that crazy? Birds can go from little teeny things all the way out to big, huge birds. That's why they're so fun to learn about, because they're all so different. Now, join me in a couple minutes, because I'm going to do a second video. This time we're going to try and get our bodies moving a little bit. It's still a little chilly out here. Let's move our bodies around like birds in just a moment.